he gave them new hope, and they began their practices again, began their preaching again. And he said the third reason is to continue his mission. So we've seen that happen over the last 96 till 2000, end of 2010, and he's still doing it. As he said, as he wrote in one letter, do you have the book? Do you have a lot of Soul of Book Distribution? As he said in one letter, which is quoted in the back of his Soul of Book Distribution, my contribution to the present and future generation of devotees is largely embodied in the books that I am writing and translating. They are my legacy. Just as Prabhupada said the same thing. That the book distributors will come and go, but my books are the big mudranga that's establishing Krishna consciousness all over the world. And Gurudev said to all of his followers on a number of occasions that just as the same enthusiasm that was going on with Prabhupada's disciples, I want the same enthusiasm with my followers as well. I want to see that same enthusiastic energy. So for those who were not here last night, this book is filled with Srila Gurudev's quotes mostly, but also with Srila Prabhupada's quotes about how he wants his disciples to distribute his books. So I'm hoping that all of you who weren't there last night will take one of these and experience Srila Gurudev's appeal, and also Gurudev's teaching, the moods of book distribution, the moods of preaching, and the mood of how to read. The way we read is not what we think it is, that I think I'm picking up this book, and by my understanding, by my intelligence, I will understand. Gurudev said, if you read like that, you'll have so many doubts, and you won't get any realization or barely understand anything. When I first met him, I said I have intellectual understanding of Prabhupada's teachings, and I preach all over the world, but I don't have experience knowledge. So Gurudev said, I thought he was going to say, intellectual knowledge is not everything, but he said intellectual knowledge is nothing. Just like suppose I know intellectually I'm not this body, but if you insult it or pinch it, I think I'm this body. So he said you practically know nothing if you read in that mood. But if you read in the mood that, oh Prabhu, you are not a book, but you are Gurudev himself, you are Sanatana Goswami himself, you are Rupa Goswami yourself. So please reveal to me the deepest philosophy and meaning of the pastimes in my heart. And he said if we pray like this and put the book on our head and heart, then whoever wrote the book, translated the book, is in the book, they will reveal the deep meanings of the book. So I'm going to end the speech here, ask if there's any questions or comments, and then we're going to ask you, if you don't already have them, if you'd like to take them for yourselves and for distributing. This is Fool's Paradise, which is an introductory book coming from a lecture of Srila Gurudev's. So if you want to get lots of these for distribution to new people, to friends, family members, co-workers. This is several lectures that Gurudev gave on Guru Tattva in Australia. And then at the end of that week of lectures, he told us to make a book of it. And then also a lecture that he gave in Hawaii on the absolute importance of second initiation, the mantras. And then Walking with a Saint, everybody who's read this has said that they feel like they got the mercy that they didn't get by going on his walks. They feel like by reading this that they're on his walks with him. Sure. Jaisri is shaking her head. You want to say something?
You said it. It's absolutely true. It makes you feel like you're there.
And also we have these posters that Srila Prabhupada planted the seed, which I explained last night how Prabhupada planted the seed of this painting, and then Srila Gurudev made that seed flower into the painting. And one of these nights I'll tell the story of it. So these are all paintings that I did under Srila Gurudev's guidance, or rather I was his paintbrush, and from his heart it came out. This is especially good on the month of Damodar. And Venugit, if you read Prabhupada's 21st chapter of his Krishna book, that's this painting. And it was done under Gurudev's direction. These are the paintings that I did for Prabhupada and Gurudev. It's all a PowerPoint presentation, flash presentation, with descriptions of the paintings, and you press this and it goes here, and you press that and it goes there. Very interesting, and also if you have children, it's an easy way for children or new people to learn the philosophy. This is Srila Gurudev's Braj Mandal Parikrama, him taking out the devotees in 1989. He's speaking in Hindi, Bengali, and English, and there are English subtitles throughout. So that's also available. And especially I'm hoping that all of the followers or anybody whose heart was touched by Gurudev will take this and yes. So any questions or comments? We also have, do we have those? We also have the manjaris, just a few sets of manjaris that go with, that go with the Sevakunj painting. And tonight we'll have bigger posters. So any questions or comments? Say that now?
Yeah.
You want to ask it as a question?
I mean, you can.
I mean, it's time for questions. So Anuradha has a question.
So according to Srila Prabhupada, I think he gave a different definition of what we consider ISKCON to be. So can you just explain his definition of ISKCON and the creation?
Did everybody hear, or does she need to speak louder? Can you say it louder?
So can you just give the definition of Srila Prabhupada's ISKCON and the creation of it?
Because it's the very end of this, I'll speak a little bit about it now, and then speak more elaborately tonight.
It's no rush, though. What was the question?
All right, because I think there'll be more. I don't want to repeat everything tonight from today, because then it'll be boring. So I'll tell some stuff now. So when I was first with Prabhupada in 26 Second Avenue, he said that Rupa Goswami, Srila Rupa Goswami, who is the, what's the word he used, superintendent or supervisor or starter of this Krishna consciousness movement, as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu wanted to give it. The movement is eternal, but the teachings of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, the special donation of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was actually given by or taught in detail by Srila Rupa Goswami, because Mahaprabhu left us only 8 verses, which is the Shikshastakam. But he told Rupa Goswami to write books about to establish his inner moods for the planet, for the universe. So right from the beginning, Prabhupada said that Rupa Goswami said, if you can purchase Krishna consciousness from anywhere, do so, no matter where, and there's only one price to pay for it, and that is the anxiety to have it. And then later, on several occasions, he said, I've named my ISKCON movement after a certain verse from Chaitanya Charitamrita, Krishna Bhakti Ras Bhavitamati. That is, Braj Bhakti, or serving Krishna in the mood of the Brajbasis, which is the highest service anyone can attain, cannot be had by millions of births of Sukriti, meaning spiritual pious activities or the rules and regulations of Vaidhi Bhakti. It can only be had by paying the price of greed, or in other words, the anxiety to have it, which comes from hearing from the pure devotee the pastimes of Krishna. and being established, which means Raganuga Bhakti. Greed means Raganuga Bhakti, which is all the principles of Vaidhi Bhakti, but with a change of mood. Instead of doing it because I have to, instead of doing it with me as the center, like, okay, I'm making Krishna's garland, and whoa, that looks just right to me. I like that symmetry. Okay, I am the center. I don't know what Krishna likes. So without me as the center, without being forced to because it's my duty, because I'm part and parcel of Krishna, and without doing it out of fear of going to hell, but performing those same limbs of bhakti with the mood that I must have, like a fish out of water, that kind of urgency, that I must attain the mood of the Brijbasis, and especially of the personal service of Radha and Krishna, with a leaning towards Srimati Radhika. So Prabhupada